Of course, again, we're deceived by words, aren't we? You see, the white man deceives his thievery behind the word what? War. He deceives the fact that he runs the greatest mafia operation in the world behind the words national interest. You see, and a lot of us are caught up with the words. And he deceives the fact that South America and Central America is his territory, the United States territory, and it's our territory, and we have the right to exploit it any way we feel like it. And the Russians and everybody else better what? Stay out. And if you try to get in our special territory, and never mind what the people have to say about it. They don't have a damn thing to say about it. You know, it doesn't matter what the Central America, South, it doesn't matter that the Nicaraguans want to, elect the Sandinistas, or that the Chileans wanted to put Allende in office, or that the Grenadians wanted to put, in the office. No, this is our territory. The people have nothing to say. How different is that then from the crack dealer who says, South Queens, this is what? Our territory, and everybody else stays out. And the people say, we don't want any of you in it. Shut up, you ain't got nothing to say about it. And if you object, we're going to do what? Get you. But you see, we're willing to see the criminality there and the gangsterism there. But we don't see the criminality and gangsterism, you see, in this country saying Central and South America is what? Our sphere of influence. What do you mean sphere of influence? You see, and we collect from this group of people, and we make them pay what? Protection. And those people who don't agree with what we are doing, we're going to put an insurrectionary army in there and destroy them. Or as in Panama, we'll go in and do it ourselves. And this is what it's about. And what do they mean by national interests? Or like as what's his name says, Bush, our way of what? Life. The life to which we have become what? Accustomed. Which requires that we stay a subordinated people. And he's letting then Saddam Hussein know that we're used to living it up, man. Having more than we can eat. Just consuming all the world's resources and so forth. But I'd be damned if we're going to let you have control of your own resources, man. No way. We're not going to do it. And we're going to have to fight you to do it. The continuing assassination of African people, which you're talking about here today in terms of the Post and other newspapers, the continuing assassination of African people on radio, TV, magazines, and every medium is an attempt for whites to continue to justify the original crime of enslaving and abusing black people. And consequently then, as long as they can assassinate the characters of our people, as long as they can project that we are innately criminal, that we are innately inferior, they can feel justified in terms of what they have done to us and what they are doing to us and what they will do to us as a people. In order to deny their own criminality, they must then project that criminality on to other people. And you will see then a standard feature of white American society is that of projecting criminality on non-white people. Black people, Indians, Iraqis, it doesn't matter. As a matter of fact, a part of the New World Order is to demonize the third world and use that world as a means for attacking it and exploiting it and maintaining empirical control over it. And it will do that by demonizing and criminalizing non-white people. We've seen it in Panama, we've seen it in Grenada, and as I mentioned, we've seen it in Iraq. And now you can bet your bottom dollar that these people are in search of other enemies at this point. Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, the military-industrial complex is a complex that needs a chronic enemy, because that complex has become so vital to American economic stability. And so consequently, the nation literally has to stay in a permanent war mode if it's not to undergo drastic reorganization of its social and political system. Consequently, then, it is literally forced to demonize other people and to criminalize other people as a basis for maintaining its own economic social system. And this is what we're talking about then when we talk about a scapegoat psychology. Some people were baffled when Bush, in the matter of a month or two, could turn Hussein from a friend into a devil. But when you understand what we call real politics, there's nothing baffling about it at all. Because the one constant that goes on in foreign policy is that of self-interest. And that's the only thing you're concerned with. If it maintains your self-interest, at one moment to say a person is your best friend, then you say that they're your best friend. If it maintains your self-interest to the very next moment to say that they're your bitterest enemy, then you say that they're your bitterest enemy, you see. And this is the kind of game. In fact, the phrase is that nations do not have permanent friends, they only have permanent interests. And consequently, when nations try to maintain their so-called internal coherence, they will make or break outsiders as a means of doing so. The black community then within this nation is used as that kind of regulating mechanism. It regulates the wholeness of the white community by performing the role of the scapegoat.